Welcome, everyone, to our Arts Academy podcast. I know it's been a few weeks since we've been able to get this one going. The idea was to wait until the scheduling portal was open so that could give us some stuff to talk about. And it should be open right now at 1:30. So to start us off, we have Trista with us, so she can start us off talking about the different electives for the performing arts major. So go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back after our spring break. Hope you had a relaxing time off. As Mr. Gongora said, the portal should be open to choose an elective for the arts. And basically what we're trying to do is mimic what we did this year. But we're going to try to get more of the art students in there, and that is a rehearsal period. So for the dancers, I believe it's called the dance tech period, and it's open to sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And for our purposes, we'll use that as a rehearsal period. There'll be a lot of people in there, but we'll try to utilize the time as best we can. And for drama and musical theater, I believe it's only open to juniors and seniors, correct, Mr. Ricciardi? Because
that is correct.
The sophomores still have to take a gym period, and that's where that would fit in. Do you know offhand what period that is? They can look out for that, or we don't know that yet?
For drama, Deb selected 6th period. For musical theater, Jesse, I believe, also selected 6th period. For Shep's major, his major meets 6th period. So I believe the rehearsal period for him would be 7th period. And that would be in the rehearsal suite, in the rehearsal studio.
Okay. And his, just for music and audio technology, that 6th period he wants that to be as mandatory as possible, I believe.
Yes, that is required. For freshmen, they'll meet 4th period with their major, and then 6th period they'll meet for either vocal or instrumental. Same thing for sophomores, they'll meet 5th period. 6th period would be their vocal instrumental, and then for juniors they'll meet 9th period, and their 6th period would be vocal instrumental. And then again for them, juniors and seniors have the option of taking that 7th period rehearsal in the suite there, and that's their option.
So overall, this is a great way to get those rehearsal periods in, because we used to be able to work in with a free period here and there, but we're trying to make that more systematic across the board so that you have that period already locked in your schedule.
And Mr. Gongora, if you want to bring up the performing arts scope and sequence, we can kind of transition into any academic questions, and also let students know why sophomore year, if they look at the 10th grade, and again, guys, we apologize. Mr. Gongora is trying to zoom in a little bit, but if you look at sophomore year, for 9th grade and 10th grade, world language is required. You need 2 years of the same language. So Mr. Buscio can talk a little bit later about students maybe wanting to change language after freshman year. That's an option, but then you're gonna be required to take that same language sophomore and junior year. So you need 2 years of the same foreign language. Once you get into junior year, you do not have to take the 3rd year of language. That's why these electives that Mr. Flippis spoke about are available to you. You would have to choose that elective over taking World Language 3, whatever that language may be, Spanish 1, Italian 1, etc. Or you can choose any other elective. But again, I think your performing arts teachers are hoping that you'll choose their elective just for the major, for rehearsal time. All right. Any other questions, Mr. Bush? I know you fielded some questions too academically. Anything that you've been hearing from students that maybe we should address? And then students, by all means, if you want to comment anything while Misty Philippus is still here, she's gonna go back to doing her normal academic duties after this. But if you guys have any questions while she's here, feel free to ask. And then we'll move on to media and visual arts also.
No, nothing right now.
And we have Miss Alvarez as well, who is patiently waiting off screen.
All right, and again, Trista, you want to say anything to any of the incoming freshmen? We're going to send this out to those families too. I'm going to get a list of emails. Sorry to put you on the spot here, but I just figured I'd give you an opportunity to kind of welcome any of the incoming families into the Performing Arts Academy also.
I would just say welcome, and maybe give our email addresses out if they don't already have them. And if they have any individual questions, most likely, or at least for dance, they usually want to know what's required of them in September. So I can just assure them that, I will give out, send an email with what to expect and, what you'll need to prepare for.
Question.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Tom.
No, I said we have a question from Ayla in the chat, and she says she couldn't find the dance elective on the portal. Should be right there, I would think.
I'm looking for the exact title. It should say Dance Tech. That's what should be on the portal. Just remember, on the portal, you have to look under electives and then arts electives. And again, Ayla, you're probably going to be put right into that course. So you wouldn't have to request it. For dancers, you're going to be put right into that course. So because that's going to take the place of your phys ed. That may be why you didn't see it. Maybe Mr. Rod didn't put it because it's going to be automatically in your schedule. All right, but very good question. And I see another question from Maya. Any graduation plans? Yes, there's going to be a virtual graduation, and then there's plans for a graduation on campus. So there will be a virtual graduation for anyone who doesn't make it to campus, and then there will be that other graduation on campus. They're working out the details right now. I haven't been in on those meetings, but I know Dr. John Morella and Ms. Young are working out those details. All right. And then again, based on what Trista just said, if anybody else, incoming families, has any questions, you can reach out to her as the Performing Arts Liaison. She can answer any of those questions. You can reach out to me, and I can forward it to any of the Performing Arts teachers to get any backup information. Ayla, no, don't worry about it. I'll take care of all you guys. I'll make sure you're all in there. And Trista will not let me hear the end of it if I don't. So I will definitely take care of all the dancers. Come on, you know your performing arts teachers always have your back. And again, you guys got to realize too, the reason we're doing this with all the rehearsal periods is because the teachers want more time with you, right? So they want you to sign up for those courses, and they want you to get more time so that you're ready for performances. We're ready to bring performances back. We're hoping to spend a lot of money in the next few months. All right, so I don't see any other questions. Trista, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Ms. Alvarez, I know, did you have anything that maybe the students in performing arts were asking, maybe before Trista leaves, or any common questions that we should get answered?
No, not really. I mean, I think that just the National Honor Society, the Dance National Honor Society, I've been sending some transcripts your way, and that's it.
Perfect.
Hope you guys are doing well.
All right, sounds good.
All righty.
All right, thanks for coming on.
Thanks. All right, see you.
All right, bye-bye. So I guess the one question that we should, Tony, if you can put up the performing arts scope and sequence for freshman year. I just want everyone to see it while I address this, because it's something that has come up a few times. If everybody looks at world history, if you notice it's in 10th grade, anybody who's currently a freshman is not taking world history. Anybody coming in as an incoming freshman will not take world history freshman year. Okay, and the reason for that is there's 9 periods in a day. You have to take a lunch, and all the other periods are accounted for. So we had to move something into sophomore year to be able to give, again, we are a CTE school. So if you came in for a performing arts major, dance, drama, music and audio tech, or musical theater, those teachers want 10 periods a week. And then obviously sophomore, junior, senior year, you have the opportunity to, in some cases, to take 15 periods a week with your major. So because of that, we had to move something to sophomore year, and world history was the logical move. So that's the reason why world history isn't in the freshman year. Just a question that came up. Anything else, you guys, that you get questions from students?
I have 2 examples I'm getting just if they could take creative art 1 and 2 at the same time. Just things that are coming in now. Can you go from regular pre-calc to AP Calc AB? Just random questions right now.
Well, I could take that one, and the answer is yes. You can go from regular calc to AP Calc AB, but it is difficult to do well. So you really have to have a very strong grade in your pre-calc class. You need your pre-calc teacher's recommendation to Ms. Zakova, and then you have to pass her entrance exam with a strong score, and then she will take you into the AP course.
Yeah. Correct. And I think that's what I told Mr. Buscio before, that she gives a little bit of a test to those students to figure out if they can get in there.
I got the question. Yeah. I was going to say, Julie, you took algebra 1 freshman year. You took algebra 2 with Mr. DeSalvo this year. So next year you're going to take geometry, and that's it. So you don't have to sign up for pre-calc. You just take geometry.
And Julie, if that's not clear, please reach out to your guidance counselor if there's anything else there. Will physical graduation, will emails be sent out? Yes, emails will be sent out. There will be a plan. That'll probably roll out over the next few weeks. I have a meeting Wednesday morning with Dr. Jamarella, and I'm sure one of the topics on his agenda will be about graduation. So I'll probably have more information for you then. All right. Any other questions? One of the things that we can go to, it's in performing arts and media and visual arts, is AP courses. So one of the focuses that we had as an administration was to offer the same AP courses to everybody, regardless of what academy you were in. So this is the first year that's basically happening. Freshmen and sophomores are not going to be able to take AP courses that just don't fit in your schedule. Junior year, you're going to have the option of taking 2 AP courses if you grade into AP Lang, and then you also have an opportunity to take AP Research. All right. This year, we offered some students the opportunity to take AP Bio. It met 6 periods a week. The teachers wanted more time, so we moved all those AP courses basically to senior year. So anyone who's interested in taking AP Bio, that will now be 10 periods a week, and it'll be obviously only offered in the senior year because we just don't have enough room in the schedule for that to be junior year. So AP Bio, AP Calc, AP Chem, and AP Physics will all be 10 periods a week, and it will only be senior year. All right. So Sarah Elizabeth, you can't replace your major, but what you can do is take Art 2 and take art history. Okay. But you can't replace your major. That if you wanted me to look into that, I would have to talk to Dr. Jamarella, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to let you remove your major completely. The other thing too is freshmen, for first and second period, there really are no classes for anybody to take, for seniors to take first and second period, because we don't even schedule them because we know that all the seniors are in major. So it would be difficult not to be in major first and second. All right, Cami, what is AP English Lang? AP English for juniors is the English 3 equivalent of an AP course. That's taught by Miss Separs, okay? And then AP Lit would be the senior equivalent of your English 4 course. All right, and that would be 5 periods a week. And then if you don't get chosen for a specific elective, there's 2 questions there. If you're choosing AP English and you don't get chosen for AP English, AP Lang, you'll get put into an English 3 course. If you're choosing any other elective, whether it be junior year or senior year, there will be a follow-up email sent by Mr. Ra. Mr. Ra is going to take care of this, where it's going to organize your second, third, fourth choice. So I think juniors are going to be able to prioritize 3 electives. Senior, you may be able to prioritize more like 4 electives. Okay, so you choose your 40 credits that you want to take, and if something doesn't fit into your schedule, either myself or the guidance counselors will just go to your next available course and put that into your schedule based on availability. Will the guidance counselor set up a meeting to review? Yeah, Mr. Buscio, Ms. Alvarez, you want to answer that? What's your plan for setting up meetings once the portal is closed, which I believe will be on the 26th? So the portal is open today at 1:30. We open the portal, and it will close on the 26th, April 26th.
This is specific to a 10th grader, but we definitely look at each of our students to see like if it's media visual arts, if they pick their major classes. So we definitely check each student's schedule to see if they did it the right way or if they need some assistance. So yeah, it will be checked. But for the rest of the classes, we have to meet with the rising seniors to make sure they're all set, and also with the juniors. So everyone basically gets reviewed.
Yeah. And Sarah Elizabeth asked another question about AP Sim seminar. Is it an elective for juniors next year? It's an elective for juniors or seniors. It will be an elective for juniors. Again, we base the electives based on request, right? So if the elective did well the year before and we were able to run a section or two, we'll run it again. If it didn't do well and we weren't able to run something, then there's a chance that it's just going to go away. We're trying to choose electives that students want to take. We're not going to offer electives, obviously, that students aren't going to register for. So there were a couple last year that got low enrollment, and you probably, whether you know it or not, you don't see them anymore. We actually removed 3 electives. We have a couple new electives. But yeah, I mean, it's going to stay as long as people sign up for it.
And then Farah's question, you would select Algebra 2. The order that you go for math courses is Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Pre-Calc, unless it's a special circumstance where you took Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and then you would go back and take Geometry. So if you took Geometry this year, you would sign up for Algebra 2 next year. And I think
your guidance counselors can help you out with that. All right, so that's basically the performing arts scope and sequence. Media and visual arts. Tone, if you want to show that real quick, just show the freshman year is really the only thing that's a little different. And just because they do take world history.
Okay, we got a question real quick from Cami. Science is required for graduation 3 years.
Yes, 3 years. So
usually bio, chem, and either physics or environmental science. Depends on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what's on the scope and sequence chart. And we can, Tom, maybe we can put these scope and sequence charts in our the show notes, so the students can look at these on their own time if they need them.
Right. No problem.
And then guys, follow up with questions. Either myself, guidance counselors. Mr. Gongora's got a full schedule of classes, so don't bother him so much, but bother us. Leave him alone. Let him do his other stuff.
I don't mind. It's okay.
Yeah, all right. All right, what's next on our agenda there?
Next is we talked a little bit about the scope and sequence. So change of major, double major, internships. I guess the way to sign up for those or indicate that you want to change your major is a choice on the portal, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, for everybody, there will be a change of major option. Changing your major will be based on, what you've done so far and interest in that other major. And then also availability, right? If a major is full, one of our majors, for example, that's very popular is broadcasting. If you want to get a seat in broadcasting, we just ordered brand new computers. So for those of you who are with Mr. DePiero, there's 18 brand new computers in the room that are all set up for you guys. There's also 18 brand new computers in audio and visual tech. So with that, we are only taking 18 kids. So if you're the 19th, unfortunately, we can't move you into that major. So that would be a reason. It's based on availability, and especially in a major where it's performing, there's only so many students we can take in those majors. And then if it's one of the other majors where there's just not enough computers for everybody, we can't take anybody in there. But that's more or less anybody who's trying to come into our arts majors, performing arts or media and visual arts. For the other academies, and again, those are the only decisions that I make with our guidance counselors. For the other academies, that would be Mr. Simon's decision and Ms. Doria's decision for Call-Sci. And then double major is only open for seniors. So if you're a senior, you would do your normal major first and second period. If you wanted to double major, you would major at the end of the day, 8th and 9th period. And in terms of the art elective, I think it was Mr. Buscio who sent me a question earlier about the art elective. The art major is not back. What we were able to do is offer 3 electives. So anyone who took the first elective last year, I believe that was Creative Art 1 was what we called it on Power School. So you can then sign up for Creative Art 2. You could do that.
I think, this student in particular has the 5 credits for the art already. So they just want to know if they could skip 1 and go to 2 or take both at the same time or so.
I have no problem with that. The only issue would be availability.
Yeah.
Right? If other students who need the art requirement, it's kind of first come, first serve in most cases, other than if someone needs the art requirement and that's the course that they want to take, they're going to get, first choice. Once those students are taken care of, and that's basically call size students because they don't have the opportunity to take art before junior and senior year, then it's first come, first serve. If you want to take it and there's a spot open, we'll give you the spot. Anybody who's looking to bypass creative art and go right into Creative Art 1 and go into Creative Art 2, I would reach out to Mr. Van Zanten or Mr. Cannon. And if they tell me that you're, in terms of a portfolio or your ability that you could be in Creative Art 2, I have no problem putting you there either. We also have an art history course. So anybody who's interested in art can also kind of take that art history course as another option too. Or take both. Take Creative Art 2 and art history. All right. I guess I'll talk about journalism. Tone, did you want to say something?
No, go ahead.
All right. So the journalism, digital publishing.
Ooh, we lost you for a second there.
You stuck.
Okay, so we'll wait for Mr. Ricciardi to come back and try to join us. Question from the chat from Alexa: pre-calc is required. It is. We require 3 years in math at high tech, but pre-calc is not a required course. You're a rising junior, yeah. So you would finish up you'd take pre-calc and then you would be language, and you'd have one other spot remaining.
It's just I see that wire seniors required to have a full schedule. It's just becoming a recent requirement within the school. The seniors this year had to do it, and that seems to be what's going to be for, the time to come.
It fills up the day, and
we don't want you guys to have too many free periods. That's all.
Yeah, and it gives you exposure to some classes that you might not have thought about taking. On the other hand, we'll wait for. Oh, here. Let's see if we can get Mr.
We're also getting questions about why can't they take more than one elective, because you can only select one. So I'm getting that a lot now.
Well, it has to do with the amount of time in their schedule. No, don't juniors only have room for one?
Well, this would be a rising senior that I'm getting a question from, and I know that somebody else has asked that too. Rising juniors can only take one elective, right? And then rising seniors are asking if they can take more than one elective.
They should be able to, because they have more room in their schedule. It depends on all the other classes that you sign up for.
I'm back. You want me to handle that question? I don't know how far you got into that question.
I skipped over. We just went to the questions in the chat.
Okay.
And then we took care of the other two. You can jump back into the journalism.
Journalism? Okay. So journalism is a course that kind of developed over the course of this year. Anybody who maybe 2 years ago was in the Arts Academy or any of the academies saw that Mr. Gongora was helping a lot of the students put together a newsletter. So he doesn't have time in his schedule at this point to kind of work with the students on the newsletter. I wish I did also, but we just don't. And again, the students in our academy, we don't really have students that have free periods anymore. So what we tried to do is we developed a course, Journalism, Digital Publishing, where students will be scheduled to meet. The teacher is going to be Mr. Diamond. All right, so he'll be the teacher, and he has the write-up on Power School. So when you look on Power School, he's the one who kind of put that together. And we're going to choose 4, 5, 6 students from each academy. So we'll choose 4 or 5 students, maybe 6, from the Arts Academy. You'll be responsible for a Google site. You'll be responsible for all the information from our academy. It'll be from taking pictures, from taking video and posting it on that Google site, getting articles together. So, one of the first things in the school year is going to be dance jam earlier in the school year. Maybe go and interview a couple of the freshman dancers, get their perspective on their first performance opportunity, and then we'll put an article together and put it on our Google site. So that'll be sent out like monthly to all the parents in the Arts Academy, and it'll be posted on our district website. So it's basically a way for you to really get into journalism. All forms of content. You can post a video. We have a YouTube page in the Arts Academy. There's also a performing arts YouTube page. Some of the media and visual art teachers also have YouTube pages where they post content. We'll post podcasts up there when Mr. DePiero's students do podcasts, and you'll be responsible for all that content. There will be a little bit of a process. You will have an interview process, probably with myself and Mr. Gongora, just to make sure that you want to do this and you're up for this challenge. And I think it's going to be great for our academy. I think it'll be great for the students on our academy, and just to highlight our accomplishments, everything that you guys do. Whether it's in school or out of school. A lot of the stuff that we're posting on the website now is stuff that you guys are doing out of school just because we don't have opportunities in school. So I think, bringing recognition to everybody is definitely important. Anything else that I missed?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Wait, can I say something?
Yep.
Of course.
Kids are asking about the the English class. It's not journalism, it's the other one, through film. That's not counted as an English class. So I just want to clarify that in case people think that if they take that class, it's considered a third year.
Yeah, no, it's only elective.
Yeah, it's an elective. Correct.
That's it.
Yep.
And some students are having trouble on the portal itself, like not able to pick. I know I have a media visual arts that cannot pick their major for next year, so maybe it's a glitch. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that may be a glitch. That I'm not sure of. But again, if they reach out to us,
of it.
Yeah, keep record of it, and maybe even copy myself and Mr. Ra. Maybe Mr. Ra is the one who was able to set all that stuff up. He sets that behind the scenes stuff up. So if you want to copy Mr. Ra in your email to me, and then maybe I can follow up with him. All right. Did we finish change a major, double major? I don't know when I cut out.
Yeah, I think so.
We're okay with that?
Yeah, we got through most of that stuff.
Okay.
We could jump right to Monday when we're going to welcome everybody back into the building to start with your hybrid schedule.
Yeah, there's some Peppa Pig going on.
He loves
in my
his Peppa
household.
Pig, man.
Loves his Peppa Pig, and he loves watching Mike Buscio perform. Come on now,
Oh man, that kid's got some nice dance moves,
my
man.
son is your biggest fan.
Yeah, I got to take the kids.
Okay, so we got some more questions. Wait, hold on. Is there no way that I could do both broadcasting and interactive media? Well, that would be the double major.
You can only double major senior year, and it's basically. I see a couple of the questions again. I assume that some of them were answered, but why are seniors required to have a full schedule? They're required to have a full schedule because that's what our board policy has become. They want us to have everybody have a full schedule. And then to that end, why only seniors? Because junior year, you only have the opportunity. There's really only 2 ways to take multiple electives. If you refuse to take world language 3, your third year world language, or if you came in with a math course. So for example, if you took Algebra 1 maybe in 8th grade, and then freshman year you took geometry, sophomore year you took Algebra 2, you have completed your math requirement. Now, that doesn't look great for college to go junior and senior year without a math course, but technically you could go junior and senior year without a math course. Okay. Again, I'm sure your guidance counselors will tell you it's not something that you really want to do. It doesn't look great for college, but that is an opportunity to open up another elective junior year. So again, the only time you can really double major would be senior year, or unless you're deferring in both of those courses, you don't want to take your third year language and you already have your math. I think that answers that question. I don't know what I missed.
Seniors are not required to take a history.
Right.
Is Jade, if you did your world, US 1, US 2, you're fine.
Correct. Those are the 3 courses that are required.
And so back to our hybrid schedule. There is Monday and Tuesday. Freshmen and juniors will be in the building. Wednesday and Thursday, sophomores and seniors will be in the building. And if you've opted into that, then you come in with your group. Are we still accepting anyone to change their mind to opt in?
As of now, Dr. Giamarella is not accepting anyone. Again, that's subject to change, maybe based on, reports in the news and from Governor Murphy. But as of right now, everything is locked where it is, at least until we get started.
Right. And then you could always opt out if you're not feeling comfortable.
Yes.
And you don't, and you come in and you don't like the way things look. You could always opt out and switch back to virtual if you want. Anything else we need to?
I see Alexa asked a question. Do you know who the teacher is English lit through film? That's Miss Walker. I don't know if that was answered.
Oh no, we missed that.
Okay, so that's Miss Walker. And then wouldn't it be like double majoring but within the major? The issue is if you're taking, again, I don't know the specific question, if there was a question before that, broadcasting and interactive media. If you're trying to take broadcasting 3 and interactive media 3, for example, they meet at the same time. They both meet 8th and 9th period. So that's why you usually do it senior year, because you would take the senior major, whatever major you took junior year, you would take the senior major for that major, 1st and 2nd period, and then you would take the junior major 8th and 9th period. If not, they're going to be taken at the same time. As of right now, there's no room in the schedule for the math English proficiency classes for sophomores. All right. Depending on the scoring after the summer, there is going to be a summer course offered for students for math, and then there will be a language arts reading assignment over the summer, but there will be a summer course offered for math where students will either be put on ClassWorks or ALEX based on your scores.
And switching back to hybrid from virtual, it's not allowed at the moment. I guess if there is room at some point, but right now there's no way to switch into hybrid if you picked virtual.
Yeah, right now Dr. Giamarella has locked that up, so he's not allowing anybody else in. Maybe in a few weeks, if things are going well and good news reports, but what I'm hearing right now is that numbers are going up, and unfortunately, a lot of the numbers that are going up are basically students and people, younger people at this point. So if that's the case, I don't think we're going to open it up to anybody new.
Some good news here for our next one is the NJSLA has been pretty much canceled. So if you were not looking forward to taking that, which I don't know anybody who was looking forward to taking it.
Yeah, no way.
We won't be doing anything this year. There might be something we have to do in the fall, but that'll come from the state, and worry about that next school year. So for now, enjoy not taking any more state tests.
And I'll just let you guys in on something that I've told I teach Title I right now. So I let my students know that this today, and we've talked about it throughout the course of the year. Mr. Gongora, if anybody has any questions about summer math classes, you can reach out to Mr. Gongora. He's kind of taken the lead in figuring out the summer math courses, so you can talk to him. But at some point, we're only going to have so many spots available. And when you look at, let's say, Algebra 2, right? Some students want to take Algebra 2. There's probably only going to be one section, Mr. Gongora, right? 20 students?
There might be 2.
Might be 2? Okay.
We have some more commitment from some teachers that I thought were going to not want to do it, but I think we might have room for about 40, 50 kids.
Okay, so that was a bad example on my part. So let's take another course where maybe there's only going to be one section.
Pre-calc, only one section.
Okay, so let's take geometry, for example. If you have geometry, we're probably not going to put any more than 20 students in that course because you're going to be in the building. There's going to have to be social distancing. And, we just want to accommodate those students the best we can. If 35 students sign up for geometry, the issue becomes, how do we differentiate between those students? The first thing we're going to wind up doing is looking at your grades and teacher recommendations. After that, what we normally use is your NJSLA or your PSAT score. None of you in the freshman class now specifically have NJSLA for 8th grade or this year, and none of you have the PSAT because nobody took it in October, or at least freshmen didn't take it in October. Juniors took it, freshmen didn't. So to that end, the way that we can differentiate the students who are signing up for geometry are by your Linkit scores, which you just took 3 Linkit scores. And then the second way would be on classworks. Mr. Gongora has access to all your classworks. I just assigned my students to take the spring universal screener. And those are the ways that we're going to differentiate you guys for some of these higher level math courses. In addition to that, you got to understand, play this forward a year or two. We'll probably have standardized testing next year, but some of these decisions for placement may have to be made before we get those test scores. So the only test scores you're going to have are whatever you have in your Linkit and your classwork stuff. So maybe even if you're trying to take an AP physics or something like that, very math-based science, they may look at these scores also for that. So although it's good that you're not going to have to take the NJSLA, that usually would be in May, some of these other test scores, you have an opportunity this week specifically with the Spring Universal Screener to get a good score, which can help you get into maybe your summer math course, or next year if you want to take a math course after school or something like that. So there are some differentiating factors there.
Yeah, and every test we sort of give you, it all sort of counts for something. So never feel like you're just coming in to take a test and there's no point to it, right? There's always something that it's going to go towards, and you never know how that would help you in the future. So always try your best on all these things that you're doing in your class and anything that we have to do as the school.
And we got one more question. Now, this is probably our longest podcast. I see like 37 minutes up there already. Is AP Seminar a popular elective? This is the first year we're offering AP Seminar to juniors and seniors outside of the major. It used to be in the call sign major, in their majors, biomed, but now we're offering it to everybody, the general public. So Sarah, it's a great question, but there's really it hasn't been offered yet, so I can't really give you an answer. But it was an opportunity to offer another AP course, which is why we're offering it. A teacher wanted to run it, and we had it as an option.
I have a question about the internships now with the students who have the full schedules. How's that going to work?
If a student wants an internship, they're just going to have to apply. They can reach out to guidance counselors or myself. We can get them that link. That link is on the district website. So again, Mr. Gongora is going to throw in the media and visual art scope and sequence. He's going to throw in the performing arts scope and sequence. I will get that link. So Tone, we can throw that link into the show notes also as a third link. So if anybody wants to apply for an internship, but all that information you have to fill out, and that goes to Amy DeGise. She's in charge of assigning the internships and following up with wherever you have that internship. So if you already have a business or someone that you're going to be working with, an office that you're going to be working with, you can provide her with that information. If you want her to find you the internship, I would reach out to her office, and then maybe, you guys can work something out. Also, the best part about having your major teacher is they can help you too. So depending on what the major is, Mr. Buscio, you can always do it that way. I'm
saying, will it happen after school, or maybe?
No, they can do it. Virtual? They can do it during school time. The issue is really transportation. How are they going to get to that place? I don't know what it would be. So is it an office building? Obviously it's not going to be on campus. So if they have to drive to Jersey City, they're going to have to basically drive to school in the morning and be able to drive to Jersey City or get there on their own. Okay. They would have to figure that out. But it's possible. There's some paperwork to do, but if they have something set up, they can definitely do it.
It's Amy DeGise that handles internships.
And we'll put the information in the show notes. I'll look it up right after this. Julie, that's mostly for seniors. Juniors can apply, but again, the reason you can do it senior year is because the requirements. You really only have 4 requirements. You have to take English senior year. You have to take phys ed, and you have to take your major. So other than that, after that, you could leave campus if you have an internship. Juniors, most juniors have to take 8 of the 9 periods. You really only have 1 elective. So the earliest you would really be able to leave, based on our current schedule, would be what, like 2:20?
Yeah, well, usually internships take up 10 credits, so that would take up some of the classes that you would be having on your senior schedule.
Exactly. You guys want
that's a as needed basis, Cammy. You could contact your counselor and make an appointment. But like I said, once some time goes by now that the portal's open, we will review each student and see if they did the right thing in picking classes, and we will reach out if there's a problem. But you can always reach out to us.
Yeah, and the portal will be open from April 12th to April 26th. So you can speak to your counselor before April 26th. But maybe after April 26th, they'll make a concerted effort to reach out to everybody and get those meetings done. All right. You're welcome, Julie. All right. Any other questions? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. Not too much else here on the list either. I know you mentioned graduation at the beginning here, since we had a question about that. I don't have any updates on the plans for prom. If anybody's heard anything about that, we can talk about that real quick. I know they're still trying to plan something outside. I forget the date. Mr. Urbano told me the date, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not in on those meetings, so I don't have the specifics about that, but I know there is something in the works for outside and I guess more like a barbecue carnival type, activity where all the seniors can get together. I think that's kind of what it sounds like to me, but I don't know the particulars right now. Yeah,
she told me about it a little bit before break, but maybe next podcast we'll have her on once they finalize all their stuff, that she can talk about everything that's going on for the end of the year activities through student council.
Yeah, sounds good. I think we've hit everything that we could. And again, we'll send this out to everybody. Incoming families, welcome. Welcome to High Tech High School. Welcome to Performing Arts Academy, Media and Visual Arts Academy, Arts Academy. If you need anything, by all means, reach out to me. I believe our emails are in the show notes. So when you get this, you can just look in the show notes and check out our emails. A lot of the information, I'll refer you back to our district website. A lot of the stuff is on the website. And Mr. Gongora does a great job of kind of organizing all this stuff for us, hosting, taking care of the agenda. We'll put those different links in there for the media and visual scope and sequence, the performing arts scope and sequence, and what was that third link we wanted to put in there? I forgot. Oh, the internships. Internships. All right. Sounds good.
All right. So that's all we have for you guys today. Thanks for all the questions. It works a lot better if you guys come and watch and ask questions. That way we answer exactly what you want to know. And I look forward to seeing everybody in person next week for those of you who are coming to school. Don't forget, the marking period ends on Friday, so make sure you have all your work turned in. Make sure you're ready for the end of the 3rd marking period. As of now, grades are due very quickly, Tuesday at 1 p.m. So, your teachers don't have a lot of time to put in all their grades, so make sure you get all your work done at the end of this week and get ready for 4th marking period. And we'll see you next time. Bye.